静けさの中にあって、で動きの一つ一つがエンボディされているっていうのをものすごく感じるんですね。でそれは、エクササイズ、一般的なエクササイズと本当に対極のあることで、かといってすごくなんていうのかな、自動運動に任せて現象的な動きをするっていうのでもなく、洗練された動きの中にちゃんとエンボディされた動きっていうのがあって、本当にそれはビューティフルとしか言いようがないんですけども、そういうことっていうのはどこからこう培われているのか、あるいはそのことに関して何かこう役立ったトレーニングとか、あるいはご自分でなさっていることがあったらシェアしていただけたらと思います。
I think it's coming from my artistic profession before, where as a dancer, I mean, not in the ballet structure of thinking, but when you move more to contemporary and other forms of expressions, of body expressions, you have always choreographers saying to you, listen, I wish something like liquid. Liquid, but some solidity, having like ice, but still steam. So they give you some keywords that you should improvise and start to find in your body that quality which is quite close to what is your choreographers are asking. So this is a huge processing. There's not one day, you really work 1 month around this space, this question, to come with your body in a sense that which quite close to what the previous idea of the choreographer was. So it's a very creative process. Yeah. In the same time, this was my profession as dancer. When I came into Rolfing, it was for me education, clear, anything. But then I started to go into embryology and early child development, so like babies, and then started to read about it and watching some videos. I think everyone, the first years, the first months of your life, when you are starting to discover the world and touching and pulling, and there is a lot of creativity there happening, which is after, when you start to go to the school, starts to be stopped, because children become more adult, so they have to sit in one place and they have to sit and study. There is, I think, a huge potential in each of us, which is not being completely exploited, developed, so that whenever I do my classes with normal people, I try to go to that space where childhood and embryo, like today with the ball, remember? So where you forget to have your own adult body and you discover the child body, the child in yourself. And in this space between child body and adult body, there is so many ways of growing that become a piece of art. When the students start to enter this process, it's a pleasure, it's a joy to have a body which is not capsuled, is not in a cage like we always sit. It starts to become not big movements, but in the quality of water, what we're doing today in the last 3 days, the quality of air, these elements can start with a lot of imagination, start to make, I believe, our growing up not till the moment I stand. Yeah, there's a lot of, the child doesn't know what leg means, what hand means, what quadriceps. If you walk, you should use your quadriceps, you should use your subtalar joint, he doesn't know anything, he just sees the world around and imagines, I guess, or I was imagining, how can I be like the others and walk like the others, even if I didn't know anything about that you should bring the weight on this side and then the leg is going this way. So it's sophisticated, I know, but for a child is when we give it for granted that the child after 1 year should stand, but he's doing in 1 year so many developments, sophisticated developments, that seems like it's a playful moment, it's playing, and still learning, and there is creativity, and there is some fall, it stumbles sometimes. So there is I think we stand up if we believe that we want to be standing. It's not because we have muscles who can do it. I believe I want to be like Papa, I want to be like Mama, and I see Mama and Papa always walking or something like this, do things, like the sticks. Okay, and I see and I observe and I try and I fall and this is very sophisticated, but at the same time when you see a child you can only observe a child, you can only be joyful to see how it's amazing what he's doing. That's why I guess if you touch this level of working with people, it's really nice, and if you transmit the joy of that time, that you were not having any pressure, you have to be standing and straight, just be standing, and I think if you bring this joy in the group, then it becomes for me a piece of art. Yeah, that you call your work the art of yielding. Yeah, and for me, Rolfing is also the art of communicating with through gravity. So I try to get inspired from these moments, childhood and embryology, where in 9 months one cell becomes differentiating and becomes a child. This is if you just think about it, this is magic, but not even magic. You can explain it with science. So there is science and not science, or something mystic, something specific, going together, and that's what I wish every time I teach is trying to bring. Like you yourself, I bring some piece of anatomies. You see, this is the muscles, but the muscles can be the toes can be that long because. So I started to bring anatomy, which is very clear science, with play, and think about of a long toe starting from a long finger starting from the elbow, and from then on I discovered that was working with the people, normal, not from the Rolfing community, just when I was teaching normal people. And then I applied slowly also to the Rolfing courses, and I found I was giving them a safety, like you're talking also, to feel also wrong, to feel also not clear, as a child is. A child doesn't have this pressure, he should stand right as mom and papa. He's a child, and if he's not okay, it's okay, he's a child, he can fall, he can... So to give the students the quality, the possibility that they can fail, they can also not always know everything, because it's belonging to learning, it's belonging to the process of growing.